In this module, we will be learning about the core architectural components of Azure. So we'll discuss the introduction, get started with Azure accounts, explore Azure tour guide, Azure physical infrastructure, management infrastructure of Azure, and at the last we will also show you some exercises that how you can create the Azure resources. So starting from the introduction, in this module you will be introduced to the core architectural component of Azure. So what is the learning objectives, what you are going to learn in this module? The first one is the Azure regions, region pairs, sovereign regions, availability zones, the data centers of Azure, resources and resources groups, what is subscriptions, what is management groups, and the hierarchy of these resource groups, subscriptions and management groups. So let's start with the Azure account, how you can create, how you can get started with your Azure accounts. So there are 2 to 3 types of methods, right? The first one, we will be talking about the pay as you go, right? The Azure subscription, what you need an Azure subscription to create the end user services, right? So meanwhile, parallelly, let me show you with the practical, right? So here is a subscription, right? This is my pay as you go account, and this is the subscription. You will require this access basically, and if you don't have this subscription, you can't create any account. Okay, now again going back, okay, so another types of subscriptions, the first one is the personal, which I have created for my own. The departmental means if you want to create some subscription for your HR, for your other groups, let's say marketing groups, development groups, you can create that too. Now coming to the free accounts, when we talk about the free accounts, the first month you will get as free. You only have to mention your correct phone number, the credit card, or you should have the Microsoft or maybe the GitHub account. In this Azure free account, you will get $200 credit for the first 30 days, and others are applicable for the 12 months. At the last one, the student account. If you are a student, you should have some valid ID proof, and for you, you will get $100 credit as a free developers tools, right? So you can access all the Azure services for 12 months. Okay, now these are the 2 or 3 ways from where you can create your accounts, or you can get started with the Azure accounts. Explore Azure tour guide. In this, I'll show you that how you can use the Azure PowerShell, okay, Azure CLI, Bash, or you can use the Azure portal. Okay, so let me show you the live one. Okay, so this is the Azure portal. Okay, portal.azure.com. Okay, now here is your Cloud Shell. This is one of the way, okay, from where you can use the Bash or PowerShell, depends on you. Okay, you can use it. Now another is Azure CLI. For that you should have the you should download CLI, Azure CLI basically. Okay, so if I will write here Azure login, I do not have Azure CLI, right? So what I will do, I'm going to download this Azure CLI. Okay, and from here you can install it. Just copy this one, okay, and go to your PowerShell. This is my PowerShell, right? And write this command, hit enter. Okay, it is started downloading. Okay, here I will say yes. Now Azure CLI is downloading via Windows PowerShell. The below one is the version. Basically, if you want some specific version which you want to install, okay, you can do with this command basically. So once it will install, we will be checking if it is installed or not. Okay, so it has gathered all the information which is required. Now let's wait for 30 seconds. Okay, meanwhile it is configuring. Why, let me show you this URL basically. So from here you can go, if you have the macOS, you can just go in this install macOS. Okay, you can copy these commands and you can run it. Okay, similarly in the install Linux. Okay, so for Linux you can read this document that how you have to install. You can see this script, you have to just copy and paste it. Okay, and if there is some packages which is missing, you can just copy and install it. Similarly this one. So this is how you can install in macOS, Windows and Linux. My system is Windows, so I will be installing this one. Okay, so this is something 11 second or something is remaining. Okay, this is done, looks good. So what we will do is the login. Okay, let's see if it is installed. It is taking some time. Okay, so the term AZ is not recognized. Okay, no issues. Let me close this Windows and restart the terminal. Here is AZ login. Okay, or we can get this version basically. Okay, let's see if this is, we have AZ. What is the version name? Okay, so let me show you AZ version. Okay, so Azure CLI is already installed. Okay, this is the version basically. And when I talk about this AZ login, once you will do this AZ login, it is going to ask you which account you are going to use. Okay, so I have to use there is no accounts in that. Okay, so I'll have to use something else where I will mention my account, the which is I'm using, right? So this is my email ID, and here I got the MFA basically. Let me approve it from my phone, then it is going to logged in. Okay, number 44, 48 is there. '48 and approved. Okay. So this is how you can log in with your account. In my device, it is re-enabling this MFA, so it is taking time. You can see the request is already timed out, right? So next, okay, something, let me see, 76. If it is, again, it is asking for the setup, right? So I'm not going ahead with this, but once you will approve, you will be logged in as a Azure CLI, right? In case if you are facing some difficulties to logged in as a easy login, I can help you in that.